Howdy, howdy, and welcome back to Gale FFTCG. I'm Serah, your host, and today we're going to be looking at the Earth cards for Opus 15, one in each rarity, so that's common, rare, heroic, and legendary, and we'll just kind of talk about my favorites. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. First up, we've got Kusith, 2CP, Earth Backup. We can tap it, discard 3 cards, each of a different type, and put Kusith into the break zone to draw 4. This is effectively a mulligan, and it's really awesome. I don't think it will be a, 3 of in every deck. I think it will be a good 1 of, when we are not sure what kind of, slots you want to use or whatever. But I really love this card, and I think it's just going to be awesome. We can also have it as an outlet for discarding maybe light or dark cards that we can't use. Maybe we have a copy on the field or something like that. However that manages to end up. This card is just awesome. It's a great reload, especially in kind of the later game. You could just play this, tap it for some CP and stuff, and then have it generate quite a bit of advantage. Moving on to our rare, we have Kate Sith 11, 1 CP, 3000 power Earth forward. He's a category 11, so searchable. When it enters the field, EX Burst, we can reveal the top 2 cards of our deck. We add 1 forward among them to our hand and return the other cards to the bottom of our deck in any order. The reason I think this card is such a cool rare, there's so many cool rares for Earth, but I think this one's super cool because you are basically able to continue your storm chains with it. It's 1 CP, so it's cheap to play, and you can just keep going off with that. I think Earth, Wind, Storm is in a good place right now with this type of an effect on a 1 CP forward. I just think it's great, and it adds to your kind of cast count. So yeah. In Heroic slot, I'm very excited for this card. It is 4 CP Earth Kefka. EX Burst, when it enters the field, we gain Crystal. We can pay 3 Crystal and divide all the forwards opponent controls into 3 groups, and we can make a group of 0 forwards. Our opponent selects 1 group, and all the other forwards in the other groups that weren't selected go into the break zone. It's really cool because it doesn't break them, and because it's choosing all of them, you can't get a Braska's Final Aeon paying off on Kefka, that sort of stuff. Really cool interaction with your opponent where you force your opponent to make difficult decisions, and that is always really fun for a game. If you've played Magic the Gathering at all, you'll know of the card Fact or Fiction, where you check the top 5, you have an opponent, put them into 2 piles, and then you choose. It makes the game interesting and fun and interactive, and it's almost a bit like a little mini game. So I am super excited for this card. And last but certainly not least, we have Rydia, which is our legend for this Opus. So 2 CP, 5-drop summoner. If Rydia is dealt damage by your opponent's summons or abilities, damage becomes 0 instead. When Rydia or a category 4 character enters your field, put 2 growth counters on Rydia. And 0, cast 1 summon of cost equal to or less than the number of growth counters placed on Rydia from your hand without paying the cost. A lot of my friends have been talking about playing in Monk, so you go Yang Ursula, and you already have 6 counters on Rydia. Being able to cast cards like Amaterasu for free is just super good, basically all the time. It's going to be a fantastic card. So excited to see this and what kind of decks will come out of it. It also allows for a cool creative space, especially with Mashery or something like that. So yeah, I really like this card, and I think it's just going to be great. So that wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me in the comments below kind of what your favorite Earth cards have been for this set. But yeah, have a great rest of your week.